Hi everyone, it's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. This is a reading for Libra for May 2020. I just lit a match to light that candle and the match broke in half and the lit part went flying. And it only landed here and it was okay, but it was kind of crazy. Had it landed somewhere else, I could have started a fire, or my work computer's down on the ground there. So be careful with fire, I guess, is the sign I'm going to take from that. You know what, I just realized I was using a different deck for another sign, but we'll just go with this one. Let's just go with it. So I hope everyone's doing really well and is safe and healthy. So what's going on in May? In May, of note, I'll just tell you the moons. I'm not an astrologer, but we have, I know just enough to be dangerous, right? We have on May 7th, a full moon in Scorpio. You're getting, that's a lot. That's too many. So a real watery moon. The moon's already watery in general. And then on May 22nd, whoops, we have the new moon, of course, as we go into the sign of Gemini. You know what, I've realized, I don't know what you guys are doing. I've been sitting here doing I'm working from home, and I'm almost like, I find I'm not spending as much time here. Usually this is sort of my perch. So I think I'm getting a bad association with it. Not that my work's terrible or anything, but I don't know. Maybe I need to separate those two things. All right, let's get into it. For Libra, May, the bottom of the deck here, an underlying theme is the Knight of Cups. So this is a change in emotions. I like to think of knights as ushering in change because they're just all the energy of the suit they're in. So this is all the love, all the emotions, because love is one of many emotions, which can be good or bad, right? But lots of emotions, but usually they usher change because of this huge rush. So they'll cause a change in emotions is sort of underlying the theme. I could see this with the Knight of Cups. You could be more, oh, look at their sharks. Is that a shark? And the cat's just hanging on. Oh, the cat's going for the bubbles. Anyway, I love that there are cats in most of these pictures. Probably, maybe all of them. I haven't looked. So a change in emotions. We'll get let's get the rest of the cards out here and see exactly what that is related to. So this card over here, this is sort of a modified Celtic cross I like to do. I treat the bottom of the deck the way I would the foundation card. And this card over here is the card that had been in focus, but is now fading away. So its influence is still here. Okay, Eight of Swords. So that's changing in emotions. Okay, I'm already starting to see it come together. This is coming out of, this is having been in denial. And with this fading into the past, you have seen and named the elephant in the room at this point. There is something that you either lots of times when this card comes up, it's something we resigned ourselves to. But deep down on some level, we knew it wasn't, we'd resigned ourselves to, I don't know, not really feeling it anymore for our partner, but feeling like we had to stay for some reason, even though there were some fundamental issues, or resigning ourselves to where we live, or being overweight, or I do that one all the time. So whatever came to mind, but something was revealed. You were seeing something in that. I think that's why this Eight of Swords is fading, because now that we are no longer in our denial and refusing to see something and feeling trapped, even though we're trapped only in our because of our refusal to make a change and see things. Let's see what's coming up. So, well, actually, I'm going to do this card up here is kind of our ideal, what we want most, what our higher thinking is, our higher lesson. Ace of Swords. That's interesting. So we've gone from the Eight of Swords where we were overthinking things, or not even overthinking, almost not thinking about things, or doing mental gymnastics to make things okay. That's kind of what denial is, to cutting away all of that and just getting to the single truth. Lots of times this Ace of Swords can be like, you know what, the bottom line is this is not a healthy relationship. The bottom line is this job is killing me. The bottom line is I hate where I live. I never wanted to live here, and it's, for whatever reason, terrible neighbors, bad climate, I don't know. Okay, so let's see what the focus card is right now. Yeah, standing in your power. Being, so to see her here, this is a fire sign, Sag, Aries, Leo. It doesn't have to be, but that type of energy. So she stands in her power. She is unwavering in her enthusiasm when she's inspired about something and passionate about something. She does not let naysayers or resistance or bumps in the road or detours stop her. She just gets back on her path and keeps going and is, just unwavering. Whoops. I'm sorry. I'm up early. That was my 6 a.m. alarm. Let's see what this next one is. Oh, and the Emperor. I love, that's a power duel, the Queen of Wands and the Emperor. The Emperor, the way I like to look at him is, he's obviously the ultimate leader. And he makes decisions that people aren't necessarily happy with. And if you have been a chronic people pleaser, codependent, whatever you call it, the Queen of Wands is not a people pleaser. She's like, she is fired up about something and she's going to follow on her path, even if some people disagree. That's their problem. She's not going to manipulate and mold herself to fit everyone else, to keep everyone else happy. So he makes decisions, even though he knows, he tries to make the best decision, and he thinks about a good leader, right? And tries to do the best for as most people as possible, but he can't please everyone, and he has to accept that and understand that. And so to be the emperor in your own life, you may have to make, when you're out of your denial and you're like, okay, this is the bottom line and I've got to make some changes, and I'm going to do it this time. I'm not sliding back into denial. I can't unsee, and I'm determined. This is like a strong sense of determination coming through here. And some people might not be happy, and I have to be okay with that. I have to be okay with it. Coming up in the near future for the focus is the Six of Cups. This gives me a tiny bit of concern, just because this nostalgia card, if there's been a coming out of denial and a determination to make changes that are required, this could be a slip back into, that situation wasn't so bad. They weren't so bad. That the nostalgia part of this card, if we could literally I have 2 older brothers. My brothers and I always have completely different recollections of certain events. There are some we remember, some I remember and they don't, and vice versa. And the ones we do remember, we often remember differently. So if we could actually, we can remember things much better than they were or much worse than we were. And it's the ones that we remember much better that's concerning for me. And this is why people go back to relationships all the time, right? They focus on the good parts and forget all the times you were crying and upset and felt lonely in your own relationship and whatever incompatibilities. If you could transport yourself back in time and relive them, it would be much different, right? But there is a very sweet side to this card. This could be looking at your past and your childhood and what you love to do and trying to figure out how to bring things that you love to do back in and sort of in an adult way. To have those experiences, maybe you had to give those up. Maybe you thought you had to give up a lot of things as an adult, and now you're like, no, I want to bring back some of that fun and joy I had, because I think maybe, okay, this is what's coming to me. You stripped away a lot of that to conform to either society, your partner, jobs, life in general. And now you're determined to, it could be this COVID. It's like, life is short. You never know what the hell's going to happen. And it's now or never to bring some of those things back, or to figure out how to make my life more joyful and to be happier. So you may look towards things from the past, someone from the past. And when I say someone from the past, people always seem to jump to, oh, this partner I had that you've been pining over, that didn't end well. No, please let that go. I think that's tarot readers' number one frustration is like, you'll get an email like a page long telling you how horrible this person is, and then the cards confirm it, and then the reader's like, oh no, but they were awesome. Really? Read your email. No, like, why did you just spend all this money about this person in the past? And we all do it, so I know it sounds judgy, so I guess I am judgy, but this is like someone you knew from your childhood, or someone you knew in the past, or something like that is coming back in now that you are open to it and out of your denial. So most likely it's going to be someone, something, some situation, some hobby that you had almost forgotten about, or hadn't really thought about in a really long time. All right, here's some overall cards. Oh, the Ace of Wands. So you have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. A change in thinking, new thinking. We have a change in emotions at the bottom. Then we have new thinking with the swords and new passion. So we have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So you are fired up about moving forward now. Oh my God, the Magician. I can manifest and create the life that I want. The love life, the work life, the home life, life in general. I have everything I need to create it. So the Magician, I know I do. We get, okay, well, when I lose this amount of weight, or when I get this level salary, when I get this job, when I get, life is an never-ending series of, well, once I get there, everything will be good. Once I get there, everything will be good. And the Magician says, no, you have everything you need right at this very minute, no matter what is going on, to manifest the life you want, the happiness you want. So the Magician and the Ace of Wands is very strong together. It's very strong for business, for entrepreneurship. I see with the Ace of Swords an online thing happening, writing, but really it can be absolutely anything. Seven of Pentacles. You were patient enough. Yes, you waited long enough. Unfortunately, you were waiting in, this though is our body's way of protecting ourselves. It's might not always be healthy, but until we're ready, this is how we protect ourselves, by living in that denial until we're able to see it and act on it. You were patient enough, and it was enough. You gave it enough time to see what it was really like, and it wasn't healthy for you. Yeah, it's done. It's done. Something is definitely ending, but look at these beautiful new beginnings. I mean, these cards are gorgeous. Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, the Magician, the Emperor. They're all really beautiful. So a powerful shift for you, it could be with that King of Cups, that full moon in Scorpio on May 7th, could be a real time where things come to light, and this sort of shift in some area. Like, I am not happy in this area. Whatever came to mind would be your area. And this is what I want. This is how. So this is what I don't want, but this is what I want. So what I don't want is more of like a reaction. I don't want that anymore. But here's what I do want. And that's, to me, the hardest part. Like, okay, well, what do you want? And what are you going to do to get it? So challenging ourselves this month to figure that out and to move forward. I hate my job, and I love working from home now that we're in this thing. Okay, how are you going to make it happen instead of just having that be just hanging out there? All right, Libra, thank you so much for watching, and hope you're doing really well, and take care. Bye.